This is Akihabara, Japan's epicenter of modern Japanese otaku culture, with no end of stores dedicated to video games, anime, manga, electronics, and don't forget, trading cards. But what is it like as a foreigner to come over here and hunt down trading cards that you want? How easy is it to inspect the cards, find the cards, and buy the cards? These are questions I'm hopefully going to be able to answer for you today as I take you on a step-by-step guide with me, Braish Gaming. I have over 10 years experience of coming to Akihabara, and after the information at the start of the video, I have a vlog element at the end, so stick around if you want to see that. So let's start with the easy part, getting there. Tokyo is a vast metropolis, one of the most densely populated cities in the world. It can't be that hard to find Akihabara, right? Actually, it is very easy. Google Maps is your friend, and I'd suggest just mapping to Akihabara Station, which is where your journey will begin. And after making your way there to Akihabara Station, you want to follow the signs for Electric Town South Exit. This will practically put you in the middle of where you want to be, and whilst finding the shops could be a matter of just looking around, this will put you in front of my favourite shop, which is a huge department store that says Gift Shop The Akiba on the front and contains many card shops inside, across many floors. And for the purposes of this video, in terms of how to buy cards from these stores, I'm pretty much going to spend most of my time here. The first store on your right as you enter is C-Labo. This is a store that doesn't want you to film inside. You don't often get that, but you do get it sometimes. However, they did have some good cards, so this is a good opportunity for me to show you guys exactly how to try and buy a card. Showcase is the word you're going to need to let the staff know that you want something behind the glass. Sometimes it's worth saying Pokemon Showcase, as a lot of stores dabble in many different TCGs, but after that it's quite simple. Just gesture and say the name of the card you're after. Pikachu. Well, perhaps a few years ago it wasn't normal to be checking the conditions so meticulously as it is today. Most stores are well aware that you're going to want to look at both sides of the card. Purchase is made at Card Labo, and it's onwards and literally upwards to see what else I can find. There are 9 floors dedicated to anime and TCG here, and there's definitely a real mix of everything. A lot of stores specialise in anime figurines, but you always seem to find Pokemon cards nowadays, whereas previously it was really difficult to find anything. I've definitely noticed that this time they seem to be everywhere. And of course I'm talking about sealed stuff. They always seem to have single cards around Japan. That's the beauty of it. It's also worth noting that not all stores will have Pokemon cards. There are so many different TCGs, including One Piece, Digimon, Vice, and Battle Spirits, that they don't always carry Pokemon cards. Did you know it's not actually the most popular TCG in Japan? Yes, that's a Millennium Ring. Yes, that's a giant Gundam. This place is amazing. And whilst it is easy to get wrapped up in all the anime figurines and the giant Kaiba and Blue Eyes White Dragon, wow, I need that, definitely need that. There are some really cool Pokemon bits. This store seems to have a lot of older sealed stuff which looks amazing. I'd definitely love to have some of this on display. Please ignore my finger in the corner of the screen. I think this is the first time I've ever operated a camera. Despite that, I did a pretty good job of capturing all the stuff they have here, some really nice sealed stuff, including more recent booster boxes. As I said, it wasn't always like this. Since 2020, Pokemon cards in Japan have been scarce and very difficult to get hold of. Even when you do find some sealed stuff, it's usually overpriced. But now, things are definitely healing and you can get sealed stuff anywhere. This store had some really awesome stuff, but including some graded cards. I'm often skeptical of picking up cards myself for grading when I see stores selling graded cards. I usually wonder, perhaps there's a reason they haven't graded this card themselves. I need the Manga Luffy. Give me the Manga Luffy. It's £2,400. In fact, a lot of cards are focusing on One Piece these days, but I have to say, some of them are actually really quite nice, but I don't really know enough about it to make an informed purchase. This shop also did some really nice retro packs, but it was time for me to make a purchase. Pokemon Showcase? Okay. Again, Pokemon Showcase seems to have done the trick, and I lead the guy over to the showcase that I want to see. Times have definitely changed here because they didn't used to have a velvet tray when I wanted to buy cards a few years ago. It proved useful for checking out the cards like the Pikachu Master Ball. I get it, they don't really want people touching the card so much. You can see how delicately he's flipping over the card just to check the back. The Pikachu did look good, and I made a few more purchases and headed on my way. I actually did get distracted here. I bought the Charizard and I bought the Mewtwo. There was kind of like a polygon effect figurine. I really liked them. They go well in my room at home. And in case you came unprepared, there are lots of deck boxes, folders, binders, sleeves, top loaders, anything you could imagine to protect your cards. They do have that here as well, of course they do. I know exactly how this showcase feels. It did have some Crimson Haze inside it. I was looking for Greninja, but I didn't actually manage to find it in this entire video around Akihabara. Granted, I didn't have as much time as I would have liked to look around, but I am going to Osaka soon. Plus, they did have some stunning trainers and a lot of Dream League stuff, which, as we all know, was the best set of Sun and Moon. And actually, whilst we're on the topic of bad damage on cards, a lot of shops nowadays do have a little key to sort of denote how they deem the condition of the card. You can see here there are yellow labels that say A- and green labels that say A. This does save a lot of time when wanting to check cards. You're probably not going to look at anything less than an A if you're looking for a PSA 10. But equally, I have to say, it's always worth checking the A's as well to make sure you're happy with them. This next store had a lot of really nice stuff. The cards inside the glass weren't even the real cards, they were just samples because they were worth so much money, including a lot of Poncho Pikachus, Luigi Pikachus and Mario Pikachus too. They also had what I thought was a Greninja SAR for 7,000 yen, which was really cheap, but it turns out it was just a buy price. Again, it's very easily to get distracted here with some of the really cool merch they have. It's not just TCG, it's so much more than that. A lot of memorabilia. But you're mainly here for the cards, and the cards are here in abundance. There's definitely something for everyone here, and I'm pretty sure if there's one card you're after, you're likely to find it. That's that damn finger again. It was time to go up to another floor again, but it was so overwhelming being surrounded by so many cards, I decided to put this clip in upside down, just to kind of represent my confusion. Just getting anime around here. Right, Yugi? Always believe in the heart of the cards, Yugi? Okay, enough being silly. I did want to touch on this during this video, and this is a good opportunity. As you can see, there's a really large playing space here, as there is in many of the shops across the entire department store. The game here is thriving. They don't even have Pokemon Trading Card Game online, because that would just damage what they already have. Lots of stores also stock sleeves, so if there's a set that you missed, you may be able to find it here. I bought some more cards quicker than you can say Exodia wrapped in tinsel, and it was time to see exactly what else I could find in this building. And this store did just have a small selection, but it was a really nice selection, some really cool cards, and I did have a look at a few. By the way, all the cards I'm purchasing here I'm going to show off at the end of the video, so just keep an eye out for that. I really do wish I bought more of the Mario Collab collection. That collection is very, very nice. Even so, you can get a lot of cool sealed stuff here, including the golden box, the collector's box, and the stamp box too. Here's me just perusing the aisles, looking for a good bargain, just trying to act nonchalant for the camera. Yeah, looks good. Anyway, back to the unflattering angle. Showcase? More cards in the bag that I'll show off later, but just looking around you can see there's a lot of open space, a lot of card shops, and some really cool things. It's not just about Pokemon, there's Digimon here, and on the right hand side there's One Piece. One Piece is really popular at the minute, and you can actually find it probably more than Pokemon. But that Greninja did thwart him again. 'Twas not to be seen in this particular store. No Greninja, but stores do separate some cards by AR type, V type. This one also had VSSR cards, the super rare cards, hyper rare cards, and a Pikachu section. It had a Pikachu section, guys. Very easy to find a Pikachu. A promo card section, including some of the Master Ball cards, black and white, X and Y cards. It made it a lot easier to find the cards you're after. Dragon Ball is another one that I really want to get into. I do really like Dragon Ball Z, and the cards do look fantastic. Well done, Bandai. Well done to you and your 298,000 yen card. Is this a showcase moment or another sort of edgy walking around the shop moment? I think this is a me being edgy walking around the shop moment. Showcase? I picked up some more cards, including the V-Star Universe Pikachu you can see there, and the promo card you get in the special collection box. You can get old mats as well, including Champions mats if you want to pretend you're a champion to your friend. Or why not just take it to work as a mouse pad? That is a flex. Look! Sealed stuff everywhere. Oh my god, I'm actually going to say something in the video now. Welcome. Spent a good amount there. A tasty amount. But I got a nice little water cards, as I said, at the end. We'll see. But you could spend it all day just here, inside this building. There's a lot of shops just here. I'm going up to another floor now to see if I can find any more. I'm not sure I can, but if I don't, I'm happy with that. I have got cards that come to Suragaya, and there are other shops I'm aware of, so we'll see how that goes. Absolutely riveting. Actually, there wasn't another store on the top, but I did find these machines on the way out. I wanted to try my luck. It was 1,000 yen to get a mystery card, and you could get some pretty good cards from the machine. It comes out in this little box, and we'll see what it is later. Walking out the shop, it's like I've seen the outside for the first time ever, but this is truly where Akihabara comes alive. And it's exactly what you'd expect from Akihabara, with a lot of colours, flashing lights and anime characters. You heard me right when I was talking just a minute ago there. I have something to collect in Surugaya. It's something I ordered whilst I was in England for collection in Japan, and we'll head over there shortly. This shop is fairly new, it has a lot of the latest cards, but not Greninja again. It evades me once more, but it does have some really nice stuff. And as I said before, when I see a shop selling graded cards, I'm always just a little bit more careful when looking at the cards myself. The bright lights of Akihabara are definitely something to behold, and as I said before, you can look around and find your own Pokemon card shops. They are everywhere along with other TCG shops, and sometimes it's just worth googling them. Let's have a little listen to these guys here on the street. Groovy. Now you could spend all of your hard-earned money, not on single cards, but in these arcades. I do get a little bit sucked into the grabbing machines. I've won 2 of those Snorlaxes the last week. 2, okay? I didn't want 2, I just happened to have 2. But heading onwards, you can see lots of merch, lots of other shops around the streets of Akihabara, lots of things to find, lots of things to discover on your own even. Although the purpose of this video is for me to help you. I've always wondered if the Iono Zone from Pokemon is sort of named after the Akiba Zone sign here. Akiba is the abbreviation name for Akihabara, and there's plenty of places around the back. That blue strip there is the Surugaya store I'm collecting my order in, but that red one is Mandarake, another famous shop in Japan. It's very much worth pointing out that the Surugaya store, which I've never been to, is actually next to the Mandarake headquarters, but I don't have much luck in here, but we'll have a look anyway. Mandarake is one of Japan's more original shops in terms of anime and trading cards and things like that. But I have to say, I've never really had much luck in these stores in terms of hunting for cards. They do seem to have a lot of older toys and stuff like that, but it does also seem to be a lot of second-hand stuff. Here are the small amount of cards they had on offer. Some of them were quite nice, and I did want to have a look at Misty's Tears, but sadly there was quite a lot of damage to it, which, to be honest, reflects a lot of my past experiences with Mandarake. That's all they seem to have in the entire shop. Always, what Mandarake has become. A bit of a waste of time, to be honest. Been like that last, I want to say 5 or 6 years. I can't remember a time recently where it was that good. Especially now with all the competition that's around and stuff like that. I mean, Pokemon cards in general have just blown up, and there's so many more stores than there used to be. I just don't think they're it at all. Certainly not anymore. Sad but true, Mandarake just looks and feels like a car boot sale now. But Surugaya ahead, I was very excited for. I was due to pick up 2 cards I've been after for a long time, and picking them up in Japan is just perfect. Thankfully, despite ordering them thousands of miles away, everything went really smoothly and I got the package really easily. Just enough time to check out Link and Meta Knight before I had to head down the stairs. I also decided to pick up another mystery pack on the way out, although I don't really trust these machines, and you'll see why later. My final stop was another Surugaya store. I do like this one, and if you guys want to visit this one, I always remember it's opposite PC Parts Arc. There are a lot of Surugaya stores around, so it's worth noting exactly where this one is. They did have a lot to choose from, including a lot of the newer stuff. Unfortunately, no Greninja again for me, and I'm definitely going to take that hunt to Osaka with me next week, so keep an eye out for that. There will be more videos coming, guys. But there were some older cards, including the Masaki Past card there, which I had to pick up. I really do like a lot of the older stuff, especially the Neo and the Heart Gold and Soul Silver generation, and there were some fantastic examples here. That was it for my last stop at Surugaya. It was time for me to head back home. Whilst I remember, it's important to note that a lot of the card shops around here are open from around 12 o'clock till 8 o'clock at night, so that's the sort of 8-hour period they're open. It's worth just remembering that. And hopefully this video has helped you immensely if you're planning a trip to Akihabara soon. I had a nice little glimpse of the Skytree on the way home. Before I got all the cards out, this is everything we purchased, including what we picked up. A lot of cards here, and I am going to go through them and show you exactly what I managed to pick up. Let's try and voice over everything that we've got here. So we have a Rowlet Poncho Pikachu there, a Midnight Party with Umbreon on the front there, a Dark Blastoise, Misty's Tears here, a Master Ball Pikachu as well, a Munch Rowlet, didn't see that in the video, Pikachu here, Kamex, which is Blastoise. You might have heard me say Kamex in the video. Porygon and some other older stuff. I picked up an Aipom and a Togepi for my son. He's 3. These are his first Pokemon cards. I really hope he likes them. He doesn't even know what they are, to be honest with you. It's also worth me mentioning that a lot of these cards I'm trying to get PSA graded as a 10, so I would probably have not picked them up had they had too much damage on them. I do like this pass card a lot. He really likes the artists on these cards. I have a premium collection box promo still sealed and the VMAX Climax Pikachu there, which I'm really happy with. In fact, I got more than one. I got 2. I think I picked up 3. I think there's 3 here somewhere. Some smaller cards, including Squirtle AR card. I did also pick up Bulbasaur and Charmander too. Here's another Squirtle, another Squirtle, another Squirtle. I don't really like this card that much, you can tell. Bulbasaur. There's a Charmander AR card. And another one. Charmander always seems to be the expensive one, doesn't it? It's never Bulbasaur, and it's never Squirtle. A nice tag team there, Greninja and Zoroark. And I picked up some of these Mewtwo movie promos. I thought they were actually a pretty good price for what they were, and they all do look like they could score a PSA 10. Dialga and Palkia, fantastic price on those. A VMAX Charizard. Palkia is here somewhere, I promise. Some Pidgeots. There's Palkia. There's Palkia. Miraidon, fantastic card. Zapdos from 151. Really like that. There's the other Pikachu, guys. There's a Pikachu from 151. Another Pikachu from 151. And the last 2 cards here. 2 Charizards from V-Star Universe. Fantastic value there, guys. Just enough time here for me to show you what I got from the mystery cards. Yeah, so I don't really know what to think. I got a Fortress EX here. I paid... Yeah, this is me checking the sleeve. That's definitely all there is in there. I paid, was it 500, 1,000? What a waste of time. Anyway, time to check the second one. They do kind of lure you in with the promise of you're going to get a really good card here. But in actual fact, I found with both, maybe not quite the case. So this couldn't have been as bad as the last one, right? Can't be as bad as that, surely. Well, I got 3 cards, that's something. I get a holo Floriges, along with... let's have a look. Looks like there's something there. Oh, a Chi-Yu EX and a holo Duraludon. Wow. What a complete waste of time. Something that I genuinely am really excited about and I know has good stuff in is the package I picked up at Suragaya. As I mentioned before, there are 2 cards here which I'm really looking forward to seeing for the first time and that I've been after for a long time too. The white cardboard packet gave me PTSD again for what I had just suffered through, but luckily my cards were inside. I've been after the Field Worker card for a long time. As you can see, it's got Mew there hiding in the background. I think it looks fantastic. And that's the same theme for the other card I picked up. I picked up a few copies of each, and this card is Seeker. Again, see if you can see the theme. There's Mew hiding in the background. Fantastic. And that's it, guys. These are all the cards I picked up today in Akihabara. I hope this video has been really useful to you and you've learned a thing or two. I promise you the process is actually very easy for a foreigner like me. You don't need to know that much Japanese and everyone is really patient and friendly too. Keep it with me for more journeys through Japan and Osaka next.